we're back in Florida. Another huge meeting that we have, and we just worked out.
The last meeting, we came here like a month ago initially to kind of talk about what our partnership would look like with team like CBUM and Blank Society and just Shock Stocks as a whole.
Yeah.
And our mission was to actually get a lot of different products here. And so basically what we did was we worked with our Turkish manufacturer to kind of rush out a lot of different samples in a shorter period of time. And we basically made 70 samples for them. So we're back here. We just worked out. About to hop into a meeting with CBUM and Shock Stocks.
We got like three suitcases full of samples.
Yeah, yes. Three full suitcases of samples, and hopefully we have some progress moving forward. And let's close the deal and
let's go kill it. Yeah, let's go kill it. It's a FPL. It's all delayed for the third time.
Should we talk about the meeting, or
we're gonna miss
that?
No, I don't want to.
So apparently there's been like a major outage with fucking network or something for America's airline, which is Delta, and we got delayed like 3 hours, and it doesn't look like we're gonna make it back. The problem is we're in West Palm Beach and they don't have a direct flight to Houston, so if we miss this one, we miss our connecting flight, which is a double whammy because
we're already missing our connecting flight.
We're already missing our connecting flight. So, but
this one leaves when our connecting flight leaves. So
right. So even if we get to rebook this one, we might not even be guaranteed for a second flight out of Atlanta to Houston. So struggles. I mean, we're delayed 3 hours, which is terrible because now, like on both sides, we don't have any guarantees of when we're going to get home, which is stupid. You know. So I'm looking on TikTok for shit to try to get some money.
We'll get
flight cancellation compensation. Look that up on TikTok.
We got a seat. We are on the last flight to Atlanta out of here, and then we're on the last flight to Houston out of Atlanta, which leaves like now I believe 12:30, like midnight. So probably get home around 2-3 a.m. But at least we'll be home, right? Thank you for that.
So we basically spent more time traveling and at the airport than we spent in Florida. I think it was just worth it just to build new relationships because that's really enjoyable for Derek and I. We are firm believers in that both sides have to want to do business with each other before we even proceed. Because at the end of the day, it doesn't matter what our price is and the quality of garments we can make. If we don't like each other or enjoy each other's company, there's no fucking point of doing business with each other. And that goes without saying that we are firm believers in that for all aspects of our business. And so I think that's why like people like to do business with us. I think so. But I think the deal went as good as it can be. This is our second meeting with them, but the first time we've actually presented them with physical products, and we walked in there with 60 to 70 samples. And so we were very well prepared. Pricing was lined out, production timelines, different fabrics for different styles, numerous sizes for each style and each fabric. And I think they really, really appreciated that because we're not just saying, hey, we can do this and we can do that. We actually came with the arsenal. So we're coming in with the expectation that we're probably the same as the other 4 or 5 companies that have stepped into their office. But I think we have passed all of these initial tests. So it's really good. I mean, we have our next steps forward. We have the volume that we're projected to sell to them or they're projected to buy, the price points, the expectations, things like that. We know what we're kind of getting ourselves into and vice versa. And we're hoping that it's not just product development, but it's also the fulfillment aspect. On that note, it was super exhausting. This was a hard trip, but it was well worth it, and we're looking forward to the next steps.
Got something to show y'all. The partner wall. So this is all the partners that we work with or have worked with in chronological order. So starting at the top is our very first client, Everforward, and all the way down to our very last or most recent client. So hopefully we continue to build on this until, I think we'd go 3 more rows, maybe 2 more rows, and then we'd move it over here or over here or something. But pretty cool just to kind of visualize and see how far we've come. But just so initially right now, immediately we'll have about 200 pallet spaces to 250 pallet spaces and 3,000 to 4,000 SKUs available to basically fill right now. So we want to obviously we want to try to fill that space as soon as possible. So yeah, yesterday we had a good meeting with a company called Fulfill.com. So we've actually spoken about them before. We've reached out and talked to them before. We just never kind of pulled the trigger on it because we weren't ready. Like I said, we've had space issues and things like that, but now with this new robotic system coming in, some space opening up, we really want to fill it as quickly as we can. So what Fulfill.com does is they partner with 3PLs and businesses, and they're basically like a matchmaking service. And we're hoping that we can get at least 3 to 4 leads, close some deals, maybe get a 1 or 2 really good clients that fit us well. And the cool thing is we've been, like I said, talking to them for a while, so they actually want to work with us on some marketing things between us as brands. So I think that's the cool thing with what we do with social media and how we present ourselves and just everything we do on the video photo side of things, that people kind of want to work with us in multiple ways. So we get to leverage our capabilities with some deals like this, right? So hey, we can trade services essentially, and instead of like a monthly thing or payment and things like that, like how normal business operate, we kind of have created a bartering system out of it. And hey, you can benefit me in this way, and I can benefit you this way. Let's partner up and do some things together. And that just comes down to relationship building and offering your services to people. And I'm so pissed off. My blood is still boiling from that prank they played on me, man. I can't think. But yeah, just like I said, just building good relationships and making yourself available to people to do things outside of typical just payment for services, right? So hopefully it'll be good. He also wants to do some other things with us, and we also want to do some other things with them. We want to build a long-term partnership with Fulfill.com and just continue to scale our brand, scale their brand, and see what we can do from there.